Hi, Anna. As we discussed earlier, this is going to be the interview session. So what that basically means is we're going to be focused on getting information based on, what brings you here, what brought on the feelings that brought you here, just so I can evaluate it and get a more comprehensive understanding of what is going on so I can better assist you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Alright, so I want you to share as much as you would like with me. I want you to feel comfortable in what you're sharing. If you don't feel very comfortable sharing something, that's completely fine. Just know all the information you're telling me is going to help you in the end. I know we already signed our confidentiality forms and I went over them with you, but let me just go over them with you again so you really understand. First of all, what I wanted to say is it okay if we videotape this session with you?
Yes.
Alright, so the reason why I want to videotape it is so I can look back at it later. So, in case I don't remember something, I have it on video. It's all to help you. Also, I am a student. I'm a trainee counselor, so I'm under supervision. And this is going to help my supervisors see what we're discussing, making sure you're getting the best help possible. So the confidentiality will extend to her. So as much as what you say stays in this room, stays between you and me, is a safe environment, what I share with her is going to stay with her.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Alright, so some confidentiality kind of like loopholes are if you state that you want to hurt yourself, if you're a danger to yourself or others, I want to maintain your safety. You are my priority, so I want to make sure you're safe. I want to make sure, other people are safe. So in case that happens, I will have to notify the authorities or, just set a safety plan in place. But I will include you every step of the way.
Okay.
So you feel, like you're not being blindsided.
Got it.
Sound good?
Yes.
Do you have any questions before we begin?
No.
Okay. So what brings you here today?
So, I've been really struggling with eating. I think I have some body image issues that I've been struggling with, and I've noticed that I've grown a lot of anxiety about that.
Okay, so when you say you have, some issues with eating, what does that look like?
I've started to skip meals. Throughout the day, I'll probably have just one big meal and then just limit myself to a snack or two, and that's it. But I can tell it's taking its toll on my energy levels and how I feel about myself in general. Because it feels like a vicious cycle. Like, I won't eat, but then I'll feel tired and sad, and my mood will still be kind of negative and low.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, the lack of eating, the restrictions is based on how you feel about yourself.
Yes.
And it's causing anxiety.
Yeah.
And all these negative feelings. When you say negative feelings, what does that mean to you?
So it's mostly like sadness. I just feel kind of despair. I don't want to get up out of bed. I don't want to do anything. I've lost interest in things that I used to enjoy. So it's kind of just sadness.
Okay, I can understand how you can be feeling those things. How long ago did this start?
I would say around a month ago, because I had a major life event happen in which the person that I was with kind of dumped me. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I can understand how that can be a traumatic effect and it can kind of flip your life upside down. When this happens, do you have any support systems in place that you can turn to?
No, not really. I don't feel close to my parents. I have some friends that I'm close to, but it's just, I don't feel like I want to burden anyone with my issues.
So you said that, because of the lack of eating and all of these things that you're feeling, you feel bad about yourself, but how do you feel about the not eating and the food restriction?
So in the beginning, it made me feel kind of good because I was like, oh, like, I'm going to lose weight. I'll feel better about myself. But now I just kind of feel like disappointed in myself because I can tell, like, it's not helping me, but now I don't know how to stop it.
So I sense that you feel that you can be doing better. You just don't have the tools in place.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's definitely, I'm glad you came to us for that, because that's something we can help with. So I just want to get a little bit of background history just to, get a better understanding. So I'm going to shift gears right now. Have you ever in the past before now had any history with, restrictions of food or any other disorder, maybe like depression, anxiety? Have you ever been diagnosed?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with depression. I personally did not have like an eating disorder issue, but people around me did growing up. So I don't know if that could have influenced me in any way, but yeah.
So you're thinking maybe being surrounded by that environment, kind of the way you were taught to deal with things?
Yeah.
Okay. And how old were you when you were diagnosed with depression?
Like 17.
Okay. And have you continued to, go to therapy for it, any treatment for it?
I went to therapy for around a year, and then I kind of stopped because I had to focus really on school and graduating, high school, and then I started college. So my priority shifted, and I think I felt better, a lot better. I started exercising, and I focused on my career, what I wanted to do in school and things like that. So, definitely, I think it ended I stopped going to therapy because I realized like I had other things in life to focus on, and it brought me kind of hope. Yeah.
Well, I think that's really good that you seem really focused on your education and career, and that's a really good place to put all your energy into. But we also don't want to neglect taking care of ourselves.
Right.
All right. So I am glad you came back. That's definitely something we can deal with. So you were diagnosed with depression, and at that time you were not doing any food restrictions or anything like that?
No,
okay.
I've never really done that.
So you said that you had some issues, like how you felt about yourself. Is it body image issues?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, I think it is definitely body image issues. I have I think I have a low self-esteem in general. And after going through a breakup, you always kind of feel like unwanted and rejected.
Yeah, no, I can definitely relate. I mean, we've all been through it. But it is something we can all get through. So another thing is, have you ever felt, from the way you're feeling now, have you ever wanted to harm yourself or anything like that?
No, not particularly harm myself. I never thought about suicidal thoughts or things like that. It hasn't been like that. It's mostly like, oh, I want to look good and feel good. Right.
Okay. Well, if you ever have those thoughts, I want you to feel comfortable enough to come to us and speak about them with us, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So from the depression or anything, have you ever had any hallucinations other than, eating restrictions, maybe other things that you may have experienced?
Not particularly. I just mostly feel tired and hungry. And then I stop. I just push through it.
Any excessive drug or alcohol use? No.
I probably drink maybe once during the weekend, and it's not heavy drinking. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so let me just kind of see if I got this. All right. So you're feeling very down. You're feeling very sad and kind of at a loss because of your food restriction, which is, from a breakup that you had.
Yeah.
And you have previously been diagnosed with depression, and you kind of just haven't really been dealing with that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great that you're here. Those things seem manageable. Things things that we can get through. Is there anything else you want to add?
Not really.
No? Okay.
I want to learn how to manage this weird eating thing that I'm going through.
Okay. Is it something where you would like to, get back to your eating healthy, being okay with yourself, your body image?
Yeah, I definitely want to feel good about myself.
Okay, that sounds good. So what's going to happen next is we're going to be done for the day.
Okay.
Definitely seems like this is totally manageable, something we can definitely help with. We'll schedule you for a session. You'll do it with me. and we'll, delve into it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Create a treatment plan, create some strategies to help you out. Do you have any questions?
No.
Alright, sounds.
You really helped me.
Awesome, sounds great. See you next week.
Thank you.
Okay, so I did my counseling session with Anna, which was previously shown. She came in because she was struggling with food restrictions and just feelings of depression and what she described as body image issues or body dysmorphia. She stated some of her symptoms were just maybe having one big meal a day and then maybe one snack. She has been previously diagnosed with depression when she was 17 years old. She went to therapy for a little bit, but she stopped going due to wanting to focus on other things like school and her career and using this as a way to cope, stating she felt better. She stated everything kind of started happening again, like her feelings of depression and the body issues and the food restrictions about a month ago when her and her boyfriend broke up. She kind of ties this into having a low self-esteem, which then in turn, she tried to cope with through the food restrictions, which, the breakup and the food restrictions brought on the feelings of sadness and depression. She states she has no interest in activities and her energy level is low. She feels fatigued. At first, she thought she would feel better through her food restriction, some sort of control, but now she feels more disappointed in herself, which aligns with her symptoms of depression. She, again, like I stated, she considers her self-esteem to be pretty low just based on her intake interview. I would definitely hypothesize that she does show symptoms of depression with a comorbidity for body dysmorphia and an eating disorder, and that would be where the treatment planning what it would be geared towards, although I would like to complete some tools with her, some assessments to just kind of back up this with some quantitative data and just kind of double check it. But yeah, and also she didn't restrict food at the beginning when she was 17 years old and she was diagnosed with depression, which so I would attribute that more towards how she feels about herself and how she feels about the breakup, so that would be another place for further exploration.